Former Badger Joe Thomas has a big weekend ahead of him in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, that would be an understatement. The Brookfield, Wisconsin native, Badger legend, and Browns offensive lineman is entering the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And
NBC 15 sports director Mike Jocks joining us now. Jocko, you had a chance to go one-on-one with Joe before he left to Ohio.
Joe Thomas was an Ironman during his time with the Cleveland Browns, playing 10,363 consecutive snaps, and will go down as one of the best linemen to ever play in the NFL. For that, he'll be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame this coming Saturday, something he couldn't have done without the support of his family, his time in Madison, but he still is having a hard time believing it.
Never been able yet to wrap my mind around it.
Joe Thomas, how you doing? Welcome to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2023.
And they said, do you know that you're only the third Wisconsin Badger football player to be in the NFL Hall of Fame? And I was like, pinch me. I was like, that doesn't make sense, because you think of all the great players throughout the history of the Badger football program. And I think it kind of gives you a little bit of a sense of, wow, how special this really is to be able to represent all of Badger Nation in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
What do you remember most about being in Madison? I know you live here now, but your time as a Badger.
So many special memories. You know, the formative years of my life were made right here in Camp Randall Stadium, where we are right now, bleeding, sweating, grunting, suffering with my friends and my teammates for 4 years with the Badger football program. And I think about when I walk into that stadium, some of those highlights during my career. But then you also think of some of the low moments too, some of the struggles that you had. But to me, that's what makes my journey, as I reflect back on it, so special, because there were highs, there were lows, but more than anything, you think of those fans and those connections and those relationships that you made along the way, including meeting my wife here at school when she was playing hoops, and now we got 4 beautiful kids living right here in the area.
Is that pretty cool? I know you know, like most people think about State Street and Parthenon Euros and all that thing.
Well, I think about those too.
Yeah, those are good things too. You have a Hall of Fame family at home. That's pretty cool.
There's no doubt. They're first ballot Hall of Fame family, and it's fun when I do get an opportunity to come back, you know, walk through the stadium, come to Badger game days on Saturday, and think about how my life kind of has come full circle. Starting here during my college football season and career, meeting my wife, moving to Cleveland, spending 12 years there, coming home, back to Madison, and starting to raise my family here. And
it's pretty obvious that Joe loves his family, and his family loves him. This is video of his Hall of Fame jacket being delivered to his house, and guess what? While some Hall of Famers have a teammate or a coach induct them into the Hall, Joe has picked his wife and 4 kids to do the honors.
It's so special for me. My wife Annie, my kids, Logan, Cameron, Jack, Reese, they were far and away my biggest motivation and inspiration and purpose and reason why I was able to get more out of myself than I thought was possible during my NFL career, because when things were tough, all I had to do was come home and see their smiling face and have them run up to me and give me what we call the Titan hug, where they're trying to knock me over and tackle me, and I lift them up in the air and give them a big hug. And it was that energy and that love that I instantly got from them that gave me the will and the motivation to move on and push myself further. And I think the love with my wife and my kids was so important, and I don't think I would have been able to get to the NFL Hall of Fame without them.
Joe Thomas now joins Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch and Mike Webster as the other 2 Badgers who are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Joe on not only being awesome on the field for so many years, but he's a true representation of what being a Badger is all about. In the studio, Mike Jocks, NBC 15 Sports.
Oh, Jocko, thank you. So great. And Joe Thomas will be inducted this Saturday in the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. And we'll have more coverage of that for you right here on NBC 15.
Yeah.